It's 1940. Primary objective is Oslo. Let's see what forces we have to play with. Ooh, some destroyers. Air Force, we have Messerschmitt's Bf 109s. And I think, ooh, those are some Junkers. Some Ju 87 Stugers. Very nice. Somewhere we have some Fallschirmjäger paratroopers. Anyway, I will play this later. Hi guys, and welcome to the show. I am discussing strategy gaming today, and funnily enough, inspired by a recent purchase, which is this. So I purchased this amazingly beautiful chess set for only 20 bucks, and I was so impressed with it, I thought I'd do a quick review. I essentially believe every gentleman should own one of these. So let's roll the intro and get into today's video. Now, of course, before I get into this video, I will do my wristwatch check, and I'm wearing my darling little Nakin, or Naki as I've come to refer to it. It's really become a favourite, and it's difficult not to wear it. I just love its slender profile, and I recently reviewed it. It's a micro brand watch, really a lot of fun for the money. So a question I get frequently asked, and a lot of the viewers, if you've been watching long enough, you'll know that I'm a bit of a gamer. I tend to gravitate towards strategy games in particular, although, you know, I do love my Mario and occasionally a first-person shooter like Call of Duty or something along those lines, but it really is strategy gaming, especially history or historical-based strategy game, that grabs my fancy. When I do get time to relax, and I must stress that finding a way to relax and unwind is incredibly important. It's just as important as working hard and exercise. So I find strategy gaming very, very relaxing because it engages the mind and takes one away from the stresses of life. And I think also exercises the mind in a way that other types of games don't. But the granddaddy of all strategy gaming has to be the chess game. Now, the history of chess can be traced back almost 1,500 years. Although the earliest origins are uncertain, the predecessor, the earliest known predecessor, originated in India, in northern India, in about the 6th century. Now, their version originally only had 4 types of pieces, which were infantry, cavalry, elephantry, and chariotry, which of course represented the units in warfare of that time. It was the Moors and the Muslim world that spread it from Persia into Europe with the Moorish conquest of the Iberian Peninsula and, of course, Sicily. So it was introduced into Europe around that kind of time. The pieces evolved into more of the familiar units that we recognize today. It wasn't until the 19th century that the moves and the pieces all became standardized internationally, and subsequently the first World Chess Championship was then held in 1886, and the 20th century saw the biggest advances in chess theory with the establishment of the World Chess Federation. One of the oldest European versions of the game is from the 12th century, known as the Lewis chessmen, and you can quite clearly see some of the well-known pieces such as bishops, etc., that we all recognize so easily today. The horse then evolved into the knight, the chariot into the rook, and the foot soldier into the pawn. Originally, the queen was known as the advisor. So it's quite interesting how it evolved finally into the the version we have today. So with this incredible history in mind, it's almost poetic that the chess set I bought, and I bought it unknowingly, that it was actually handmade in India. It's by a company called Shalin India, and they make traditional handcrafted stone and marble toys, games, items for the home and kitchen, even bedding, home decor, jewelry, everything from necklaces to rings and all kinds of stuff, and very traditional shirts and scarves, shawls from India. Now, the chess set itself is actually called the Rajasthan chess set, and this is in reference to the northern state of India that borders Pakistan. It's famous for its palaces, for its architecture, its historically important monuments, but it's also rather fitting because this is, as we looked at the history of chess, where the earliest versions or predecessors of the modern chess set originated from. So it's pretty cool that we've gone full circle. So the box itself is made out of an Indian shisham wood. The pieces and the inlaid stone is soapstone with contrasting colors, obviously, for the squares. And it's framed by a lovely burgundy red stone. There are two latches that lock the case together. The inside of the case has a felt lining with indentations that correspond to each piece, and it folds away very nicely. This particular version is 8 inches by 8 inches. There are 3 versions available. You can buy them on Amazon and eBay. I got mine off eBay. This is the smallest version, and at the time of recording this video, they are about $20 or $17.99 on Amazon Prime. The weight is about 111 grams. The tallest piece is the king, which is 1.4 inches, and the shortest or smallest piece is the pawn, which is just 0.75 inches tall. The pieces themselves are also hand carved. No two pieces are the same. And you can tell they're hand carved. They have that kind of rustic, slightly imperfect look about them. I like it, and it is the imperfections that make it quite charming. What I really like about the lighter pieces is that there are hints of red. My only slight negative is the queen is very similar to the king. Sometimes it's difficult to differentiate between them. However, after a little while you get used to it. Now, after reading some of the reviews on Amazon, a few people complained that the pieces were easy to chip, so do be careful. If you're used to a wooden set like I was previously, you have to take a little bit more care. I would not recommend this chess set for a child, as the main board itself can also chip quite easily. I really love this chess set. I think it's a tremendous value for money. I was pleasantly surprised when I bought it. I really wasn't expecting anything as nice as what I received. Considering its price, it's incredible value for money. The board itself, the inlaid stone, is done exquisitely well. It's smooth to the touch. The colors are rich. It's very tastefully done. It looks classic. There's a lovely iridescent quality that the stone has that wood just doesn't have. I think it's a little bit more elegant, and what I also like is that these are the same woodworkers and stonemasons that Rajasthan is famous for. So while it is a standardized chess set, the style of the pieces is very reminiscent of the architecture of that region. So again, faithful to chess's roots. I really like that. I think playing chess is an excellent way to exercise your mind in strategic thinking. But chess not only is relaxing, there are, believe it or not, health benefits to playing chess. It promotes brain growth, it exercises both sides of your brain, it raises IQ, it even helps prevent Alzheimer's, it sparks creativity in your brain, it increases problem-solving skills, teaches planning and foresight. A 1991 study even came to the conclusion that it improves reading skills, memory improvement, and in certain cases it's been used to improve or actually help people recovering from strokes or disability. And this is only really a tip of the iceberg. There's tons of articles online. If you just search for it, I'll leave a few in the description that highlight the many benefits of playing chess. So it's not only a fun pastime, but it's also beneficial to your brain. Often in today's world, the emphasis is on physical health and dietary control and all the rest of it, which is, I agree 100%. Exercise should be part of your daily regime, just as reading and all the rest of it. But we seldom mention that your brain also needs exercise and stimulation. I must confess, I'm not the best chess player in the world, but I really do enjoy playing against family members and friends. Great way to unwind, and you can have a conversation and think about other things while you play. So it's a really lovely way to have a bit of fun and relax. But not only is it enjoyable to play, it also looks fantastic on your coffee table or perhaps a bookshelf. I think it's a wonderful objet d'art to decorate the home with. I think it's one of those essential items that any self-respecting gentleman should have in their home. For any war room, perhaps your man cave, your desk, or even just your home, just as something to add a little bit of extra class. So I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and found it useful. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Okay, ciao.